My whole goal was to be, with me being gone for years in Iraq and Afghanistan, I wanted to spend as much time as I could with my kids. At the end of the day, I wanted to be there all the time. I do that with a home-based business today, and there's plenty of them out there. So regardless of what fits your framework as to what you want, I believe that there is a business out there for everyone. I believe there's a franchise out there for everyone. You wouldn't believe the amount of personalities that I find across the board. But to leave off with this, I know me and Mark could probably talk forever. Based on what we've talked about so far, I would love to hang out in a room with him for a given day or two. And so I want to leave off with this. When I first started, when I got out of high school, I was set up for college, and it wasn't the right time. There was a bunch of stuff that happened that was all bad. Essentially, I got out and I worked construction at the beach. I became a beach guy. And I worked construction and helper as a crew in multiple construction companies that remodeled $1 million homes. And everybody I'd met throughout my life that was much like Mark, in a big way. Many people I met who have been very successful and have been much like Mark. All said the same thing when I asked them the same questions, and that question was, what do you do for a living? Because I saw the toys, I saw the time they spent with their families, I saw what they did for a living, and I asked the question, what do you do? And the question was always answered every single time with, I own fill in the blank. And that had left a massive impression on me at an early age and then later on. And I encourage any military guys who, no matter what your rank, no matter what your level or your level of education, you have the potential to make that change. I encourage those in corporate America who I've talked to on a regular basis, make that change, make that commitment. We used to call it in the military, we used to call it whenever you'd go into combat, or every time if you had to kick in a door, if you had to go in, it's called violence of action. You have to commit and keep going. You can't hesitate at the last minute. I encourage you to commit to an action in your life that's going to better your future, and overall that's going to look at the welfare of your family and look forward to you essentially leveling up your life. I've been able to help out a couple people even through Xbox One. Find some businesses, I'm not kidding, doing broadcasting on Xbox One on a video game to show them how to level up their life. And I believe that in a big way, and Mark, I appreciate that definition and that overview of it. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for hopping on. This is Franchise Talk.